Hi friends, it's Annie Grace with This Naked Mind, and I am answering readers' questions. And today I have a question from Sarah. Sarah says, does alcohol affect your immune system? And it's a great question. And I think that I'm just going to read a bit from my book because I think that I really addressed this and I added some more details. But your immune system is your single most powerful weapon against disease, and doctors will tell you the same thing. And alcohol actually really does affect it in multiple ways because germs are always surrounding us. And that means we always are using our immune system to fight off disease, whether it's through our skin or through our membranes, through our orifices. Our skin protects our body, obviously, from infection and disease. And if germs make it into the body, then we have these two different systems within our immune system. We have our innate system, which fends off first-time germ exposure. So the first time your body is exposed to a certain germ, you have your innate system. And then you have your adaptive system. And that's a really cool part that, it helps you to build immunities to things because it retains information about prior germ invasion and defeats repeat attackers much more quickly than the first time. And alcohol actually suppresses both systems. And I'll put the links to these articles below. But our immune system, it uses something called cytokines, and these are small proteins. They send out chemical messages about infection, and you could call them sort of an early alert system. And alcohol disrupts the production of these. So when it's working correctly, these cytokines, they alert our immune system to intruders, and our immune system therefore responds with white blood cells that attack and surround and actually swallow harmful bacteria. But alcohol impairs this. It means that we're more susceptible to all sorts of disease like tuberculosis and especially pneumonia. There was a recent study that said people who, overly consumed alcohol and were addicted to alcohol were more than twice as likely than people who weren't to die from pneumonia, which is pretty terrifying. And then it also has been sort of shown that alcohol can increase HIV. There's some debate about if alcohol lowers our inhibitions and therefore we may have unprotected sex where we otherwise wouldn't, and that hasn't definitively been sort of shown. But one research group did show that there was increased HIV growth rates when alcohol was consumed and in the picture. And again, I'll post that link below. So the most interesting thing has just come out earlier within the last year or two, and this is that just one night of binge drinking actually affects the immune system, and it can happen within 20 minutes of ingesting alcohol. So this finding, it was published in the Journal of Alcohol, and I'll put the link below again, but it was the first to document that alcohol has an immediate effect on the immune system. So if you're coming down with a cough or a cold, or you think your immune system's trying to fight something, drinking is probably the worst thing we can do. And it's funny because we always say, oh, we'll just have a hot toddy, just have a shot of something and that will help. And actually the opposite is true. Like, so many things we learn about alcohol. But thank you so much, Sarah. It's a really interesting question, and I appreciate you asking it. And again, I'll post the links and sources below because I think it's really worth us knowing what alcohol does to and in our bodies. And then that helps us make better decisions about whether we put it in our bodies. So have a great day. And again, this is Annie Grace, author of This Naked Mind.